Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Tuplex. Since the last episode, I finished crafting some solar panels. So we've got 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought that I made 6. All right, I suppose I didn't. In any case, we've got more than enough to get some charge into the batteries to run our night vision goggles at night. We can see that we're starting to get a little bit of a charge here now. So hopefully it'll be enough to last through the entire night. Now the next thing I want to do is get personal roboports made. Now to get this research done, we only need 50 blue science packs. And we don't have a blue science pack area set up yet because we need red circuits first, and that's going to take a while. So what I'm doing now is I'm just handcrafting red circuits, and I'll make 50 of them so that we can make 50 science packs. Okay, and we'll just make them right here. We'll drop them onto this belt, and then we'll slowly get that research done while we work on other stuff. Okay, so let's put that there. Yeah, I'm making 50 of these. Actually, let's automate that so that it's not sitting in my queue. I'll just give it the supplies, and it'll run on its own. Okay, so we're also going to need 50 mining drills and 50 electric engines. Okay, so mining drills are easy to do. We just need circuits, gears, and iron plates. And I know where I can get lots of circuits and gears and iron plates, since we're already making all those things. Okay, that should be enough for 50 of those. Set that up for mining drills. All right, so let's go control, right click. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it takes more than 1. It takes 10 each. Yeah, I'm going to need 500 iron plates on this thing. Okay. 5 gears each. Okay, so we'll just load it up, and then we'll keep reloading it until we get the quantity of drills that we need. So until then, let's grab a bunch more plates. Let's grab a lot more circuits. I think I have enough gears. I'll get rid of these over here. Okay, so we just need to keep refilling this thing. There we go. So we're getting close to 50 of each. Okay, and then the last one is going to be the engines, which I suppose we'll have to put in manually. And this is going to be the slow part. So actually, let's get 2 machines making engines, since these take so long to produce. All right, and these take steel plate, they take gears, and they take pipes, which fortunately for us, we now have a lot of. Gears and steel. So, I did this before in another playthrough where I kind of rushed. In that case, I think I was rushing the blue science for advanced oil processing. And I think by the end of it, I had concluded that it wasn't worth the trouble. And that's probably the case here as well. But Anyway, it's kind of fun to do some of this stuff by hand sometimes. There. Okay, so we'll start getting some of those blue science packs out, and they'll get put into the labs as they get fed onto that belt. And then when we're done, we're just going to pick all that up. All right, I'm going to convert some of these pipes into undergrounds. I guess all of them, just because I need a lot of those. And the pipes get made pretty quickly. How we doing here? We need more iron plate. Okay. Let's grab more stacks of iron plate. This is where the red belts come in handy. You can get bigger stacks more quickly. How many do we have? 27. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more, I think. More gears, more plates, more circuits. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. And let's load those engines in there. Keep this going. I think this is doing fine too. Yeah. We'll give it more plastic anyway. Okay. So while this is going on, I think we can start building military science, so that we're not just standing around watching these machines run all day. I was doing some calculations, and I found that if we... I don't know if I mentioned before, but I built red and green science to make 2 per second. Well, 2 per production cycle, which is 90 per minute. It's a little less than 2 per second. Even though my main bus is only designed to produce 45 per second of all the science packs simultaneously, except for space science. So, but until we have all of the science packs producing, my bus and my smelting and circuits and everything can have capacity to support more than just 45 per second of the science packs. So I did some calculations, and I found that I can actually produce 90 per minute of red, green, blue, and military science simultaneously with 4 belts of iron. And, you know, in other words, the bus can support 90 per minute of those 4 science packs. And we have a lot of research to do that only use those 4 science packs. So I think the military science and the blue science, I'm going to double up on the capacity, and then we'll be able to get that research done more quickly. So it's a win-win. Okay, I think we're done. We don't need any more mining drills, so I'm not going to feed this machine anymore, but I will let it finish what it's doing. Actually, I'll just give it more iron. If we have extra mining drills, that's just fine with me. Okay, so let's start setting up military science, and we'll put it over here in this area. We'll clear some space. I should make myself a bunch of fast inserters. Actually, let's get this finished off quickly. I think we can do that pretty fast. And that way we won't have to manually make all these inserters. Okay, is it nighttime? It is nighttime. And yeah, there goes our night vision. Nice. I really like the night vision since, I think it's since version 16. In older versions of the game, the night vision had a green tint to it, kind of like you see in, like what you imagine to be traditional night vision goggles or whatever. But I'm glad that they just made it normal because of that green tint, I rarely use them. Okay, is that everything? Yeah, this is for stack inserters, but we need red circuits for those, which we don't have yet. Oh, okay, and then here I need steel, I believe. Okay, steel and copper. So let's get a combined belt of steel and copper going. Okay, and then nope, keep it like that. There, I'll do the steel like that. Because I'm going to have more lines of copper here, so that way I won't have to relocate it later. Okay, so now we're madly producing all these inserters, which is great. It'll take a while for this stuff to get filled up. Okay, so let me grab some stone brick so we can finish fleshing this out. I'm going to grab it from the bus so that I don't have to run back to the area where we normally keep it. No, actually I think I should do that because that stone brick disappears awfully fast when you're paving the area. So let me just go grab some from the smelting area real quick. Or at least as quick as I can do it on foot. Still making landfill. All right. And that's as much as I can carry. Now, eventually what I'd like to do is everywhere I'm putting this stone brick for the paths, eventually I would like to replace that with concrete and then use stone brick to pave the inside of these areas so that the whole starter base is paved. I think that'd be pretty cool. Whoops. Ah. Okay, so let's get started. Military science. Now in this case we get 2 per 10 seconds, so we need 10 machines. Let me just check my calculations here. Yes, 10 machines. That'll give us 2 per production cycle. Okay, so I'm going to start by just putting those down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We may have to move things around to make it fit, but I think if I put these in the center, I'll be fairly safe. And I'm not going to use my blueprints like I often do. Just so that, because I know that a lot of people like to see the thought process into that goes into the design. So, all right. So these take 1 piercing round, 1 grenade, and 1 gun turret. Okay, so we're going to need, that means we're going to need 2 belts to feed this, since we're going to have 3 items. All right, so we can start by putting that in place. Let's see how we're doing over here. I think I might need to feed it more engines. Yep. Yeah, I think that ought to get us the rest of the way there. Okay, so let's start with the ammunition. I think that'll be the first thing that we can do. And actually what I'll do is I'll make these things kind of separate. All right, so the piercing rounds, those take 3 seconds each. So that means that we're going to need 3 of these. And they also take 1 firearm magazine, and those take 1. So that means that one of these, yeah, 1 machine making the firearm magazines can feed 3 machines making the piercing rounds. So that works out real nicely. And they also take copper and steel, and this one takes only iron plate. Okay, and then we can feed this down here and just load it onto that belt. And since we're looking at 1 per second, we can also do this to replace our old ammo factory over here, the ad hoc one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that since we've got a new way to do this now. Okay, so we get rid of that splitter. We'll pick this up. We can pick that up. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough inventory space to pick all this stuff up. Nope. Okay. We can get rid of some things here. Okay, great. And then this is a box of all the grenades that I made back at the jumpstart base, which I don't have room to carry around. One thing that would help is if we get rid of the heavy armor. I'll put these engines in that box. Get rid of a few things here. Yeah, I can get rid of all those bricks. The plastic, I can load some of that in there. Okay, so we'll get rid of some of this stuff so we have some inventory space. And then I'll start by filling that up with the extra ammo. Okay, so this only needs iron. So let's get some red belt so we can extend the bus with the correct belt type. Like that. And pretty soon I'm going to need to upgrade the smelting lines. Let's see, right there. Yeah, Okay, and we got personal RoboPort research done. Awesome. I guess we'll give it another research. Let's do advanced oil next. We'll just have this finish whatever it's got. I think this we can pick up now. And we can always make more red circuits. There's plenty of use for that. So I'll grab a few copper cables here. Okay, it's not a lot, but it'll give us a few more. There. Okay, so let's feed that there. And then we can just output it on a belt. There. Okay, and then every second we're going to need 5 copper and 1 steel. We can do that on a yellow belt. And we're essentially going to do the same thing over here. Okay, so right there. And I'll put another one of these to make sure we get enough. And then that's, we're going to line that up with this. Is that right? No, we're going to line that up there. And then in this case, I'll have to feed it over like that. Okay. And then we'll add some long inserters for that part of it. Yellow inserters on the output because it's fairly slow. Okay. So that part is taken care of. The next thing we're going to need are the grenades. And those require 10 coal and 5 iron plate. Okay, and these take 8 seconds each. So we're going to need 8 of those. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now I've already got iron here. So we can do the what's called belt weaving. That's got to be a little bit closer. Otherwise, this one's not getting any. Okay. That's okay. It still works. I just have to use an extra pair of undergrounds. Right, so you can have multiple underground belts running one on top of the other as long as they're different colors. You could have blue belts here too, but you can't do this with the same color belt, only when they're different, like you see here. Okay. So now we have a belt of iron plates. Now let's make sure this is going to be enough. We're going to need 5 iron plates per second. Yeah, that's enough. In fact, 10 coal per second. We could actually split a belt. With coal and iron, assuming we use a red belt. Okay, so if I do that, how can I get this to load on one side? There we go. Okay, and then I can bring coal over here. Only problem is I don't have coal on the bus yet, so let's do that. We could take it from there. Yes, and feed it over there. All right, so let's get in the car. I always feel anxiety whenever I get in this thing. Let's try it. I think we'll be okay since we can drive over all this stuff. Oh, okay. I nearly crashed. Yeah, and I do have, I think since I've got some extra mining drills, I might as well put another row of miners down here to make sure we've got enough to not interfere with the mining. Actually, let's do this. There we go. And then we'll just feed this onto the main bus. Yeah, coal's supposed to go there. Okay, I think we're going to have to get a little creative here. There. All right, now we have coal on the bus. And this will be used for plastic as well at some point. Okay, let's extend all of these. Okay, now the coal, I think we could come up here. If I had to do this again, I would move these poles yet again so that I have a gap of 2, you know, so that I can go around these poles with underground belts without going on the path. But in this case, we'll just have to do this. That's the next best thing, I suppose. Okay, whenever you're ready, Cole. Here it comes. It's taking its sweet time getting here. Oops. Extend this out. You know, I'm extending this stuff, but this is all going to have to be replaced with red belts before too long. So I probably shouldn't spend too much of my time doing it. All right, here comes the coal. Ah, okay. Well, we're not quite done anyway, so. Okay. Yeah, you know, we could just do that. No, we can't. It's got to be on the other side. This is kind of ugly. There we go. All right. Let's simulate it. See how it works. Okay, excellent. So then this is going to come out here. Okay. That's still not far enough. There. Okay, and I'm going to buffer grenades as well. I think I'll just do 2 stacks in this case. Okay, so now we're making grenades and red ammo, and we've got a place to come and pick up the extras that we need. And the rest will go into the science packs. So now that that's set up, I'm going to go and pick up all those extra grenades that I had over here, and I'll just put them in that box where the science packs are being made. And that way all the extra ones will slowly get used up so they don't go to waste. Yep, and I think we can get rid of this. And we can also get rid of this. This one still needs to come out to the side so that it gets on the inside of the belt. But we don't need to buffer it there anymore, since we can get it from the mall now. Okay. So I'll remove the limit momentarily, go down to 2 stacks, and then I'll take my extra couple stacks that I want for myself. And this will pull from, from the top stacks, if you will. So nothing more will go into this chest from this belt until these are all used up, which is good. That's how we want it to be. And that stopped. Okay, good. So what we have left to do is to put in a factory over here on this side. That's going to make the turrets. And then the output, I'll have the output of the science packs come down here like this. And it'll join the bus, not on the top, but on the second one down. And then this will come all the way down to the science labs here. Okay, and then we can pick that up too. Okay, well, that's going to do it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.